Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer. Apparently, Liberty is running for freedom. Anyway, welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV, located in Frederick, Colorado. My name is Larry Vickers. To get a hold of me, simply call the office at 303-684-3404. Today, we're going to take a look at a very unique Freightliner that we have on the lot. This is a 2016 Freightliner M2 112. The conversion is Western hauler. So what makes this thing unique? Well, obviously it's a 112, and that means that it has the big block engine in it. That means it's going to be able to tow a substantial amount of weight. You know, and I do market research every day, and to see what's out there in the nation and what is available. And there simply isn't any used 112s out there. So a big advantage to purchasing a used one such as this is that you don't have to pay the federal excise tax, which is required by law that you have to pay on the new ones. Now, this truck just has 32,000 miles on it. So from that standpoint, this truck basically is new. So as we admire it from the side view, you can see that for a used truck, not only is the mileage low and the engine new, but also was very, very well maintained, and it sure looks the part as well. A small storage compartment right there. Now this I thought was a really good idea. Open this up, gives us access to the batteries located right there. Right here is one of the fuel tanks. This truck actually has 180-gallon capacity. So there's a tank here, one on the opposite side. So as the truck is sitting in rest, like it is now, that fuel level is going to balance itself out. However, when you fuel up your tanks, you're going to want to do that independently. Right here is the depth tank, which holds up to 13 gallons. Now as we walk around, and we'll take a view directly in front. We can see fog lights located on the bottom. In addition to that, the bumper, like most haulers, is broken into 3 parts. So if you are in an accident and ding this one up, we can simply replace that without having to do the entire bumper. At first glance, one thing you'll notice and know that this is a 112 and not a 106 is the size of the grill. It has to be bigger. And the reason for that is to allow more intake underneath to that massive engine that's under there. As we come on up, take a look at the windshield. Over 2,500 square inches of glass, which makes visibility simply outstanding. And as we go on up, we can see another row of lights across the top. Now, as we look underneath the hood, that's the Detroit D13 engine, coupled with the Allison 4000 TRV transmission. Now, this engine offers over 505 horsepower. So as you can tell, that's a beast. Now, one thing about, since this truck does have the Detroit engine in it, you have the ability to hook up to virtual technician. Basically, that's a service. If you want to compare it, it's similar to like OnStar and Chevy. And what virtual technician does, if you're in your travels and check engine light comes on, you can contact them, and that'll tell you, you're going to be fine until you need to get to the next Freightliner dealership, or you need to shut it down right now. They can determine that virtually. So that's one thing about the Detroit product in terms of how they back it and take care of their their customers as well. As we take a look at the tires, it had the originals on it when it came in. Since they're over 5 years old, we replaced them. Those are Toyos 265 75R 22.5. The block heater is located here, so people in cold climates can plug those in at night. As we take a look inside, Western hauler conversion really does a nice job. Some things are a little bit different. For example, this is a black croc leather. The truck does come with heated seats, and you can press that button there. This is to adjust the seats here. In addition, there's a switch here because the front driver and passenger seat are air ride, so you can make those adjustments right there. Some other things to notice from the ground: this pedal adjusts the steering wheel, so as you're sitting in the driver's seat, you press that pedal and you can adjust that steering wheel to wherever you want it to be. In addition, a kill switch located right there. As you can imagine, there's a ton of electricity and voltage going through this truck, so it is a good practice to get into to kill that switch when you're done driving for the day. The Western hauler conversion is made in Fort Worth, Texas. As we take a look at the back seat, one thing that really reaches out and grabs you is just how much room is available in this truck. So that, coupled with the fact that they're a very soft seat, especially in the back, really makes those long 13, 14-hour trips feel like it's really nothing. Now, this back seat can be put down into a bed, and once we're taking a look inside, I'll show you where that button is that will allow you to do so. So now let's focus on the bed. As you can see, this one is more of a flat bed. We don't have things on the side, in terms of storage compartments, things of that nature. It is a flat bed. A couple of things you can do with a design like this: if the storage isn't enough, you can put an additional storage compartment right here. Furthermore, I've also seen people put additional an auxiliary fuel tank back here. If this isn't enough for you, if you're going to get in those super long travels and want additional fuel, you can put an additional tank right there. Now, as we admire the truck from the rear view, again, we're going to start at the bottom and work our way up. A hitch for a bumper pull trailer. This is where we hook the lights up. As you can see, it comes with the best hitch on the market today. That's the Hensley Trailer Saver hitch. Well, what makes it so great? Well, I'll show you. See these airbags right here? And there's one even further up. So as you're traveling, your trailer is basically riding on air. So not only does that help maintain the trailer, but also the truck, because you don't have metal on metal as you're going down the road. So that is a very large upgrade that this truck has. And as you can see, the bed is already lined and ready to go. As we come on around, I wanted to talk about our finance department real quick. Our finance department comes with over 20 years of experience. So if you need financing, get a hold of me. We'll do the application together, and we will certainly get you the best rate coupled with term possible. As we admire it from this side, you can see just how clean the truck is. As we come on forward and take a look at the back seat, we can see on the console the vents that push the hot and cold air into the back. As we look at the passenger seat, again, our adjustments here. This pump puts air into the back of the seat, so basically a lumbar seat, and that's adjust that. Here is for the seat adjustment itself. Heated seat button located here. Underneath here gives us access to the cab air filters. Now let's crawl on in and take a closer look. So as we just kind of take a general look at things, you can see more of what the Western hauler conversion is like. As you can see, the color here and here, they call that the red oak package. So that is what that is called. It really dresses the truck up and looks sharp. Another thing to notice is see how the dash wraps around. You know, it's not straight. So when you're sitting in the driver's seat, it's easy to reach over here and make those adjustments because it wraps around and is not flat. As we take a look over here at the dash, this bottom one here is for the air supply into the trailer. So it lets you know how much air the hitch is using. The engine brake located here, and the dump valve located right beside it. And what that dump valve does is lets air out of the back of the trailer. So when you go to hook up your trailer, you can dump all of that air out back underneath it, put it back in, and that will assist you in hooking up your trailer. Trailer brake is located right here. As mentioned, it uses the Allison transmission, so it's very, very simple to drive. I realize that this truck is a big truck, you know, and it can be intimidating for some people, but it doesn't have to be. R for reverse, N for neutral, and D for drive. This button locks the differential. As we come on across, fog lights located here. This is the engine brake here. So when that's on high and you're towing a large trailer and you're coming down a sharp decline, you actually have almost 500 horses coming back at you. So that makes things safer for you and your family, as well as the other drivers on the road. This is for the locks here. This is the regen button, and it's already programmed to do that automatically, so you're probably never going to have to use that. But that basically cleans the entire system out. It's more for people that drive in big cities a lot. If you have to clean the exhaust system out is when you would use that. But chances are you're never going to touch that. Mirror heaters located here. This is the air brake, so right now we are in neutral with that brake on. Climate control located right across here. As we take a look at the console, we can see a couple of cup holders located here. In addition, this pops up and it comes with all the original manuals. So as you can see, a very high quality Freightliner that we have on the market today. This is stock number 5U220830. If you have any other questions, please call me. The cell phone number 970-370-4067. The work extension 303-684-3404. Feel free to email me at larry.vickers@transwest.com. Thanks for tuning in today.